everyone! It's great to be back. Hello, Steph!
Hi, Bianca! My gosh, welcome back to Modern Living TV, and this season is super exciting as we welcome Jeepam Bid to Modern Living TV's family.
Yes, now that a design expert is in the house, our viewers can look forward to more design inspiration plus fabulous home transformation.
So let's get started. Here's Season 8. Can you imagine?
Grabe.
It's Season 8!
And of course, Steph and I and the whole team would like to thank all of you for sticking with us. So cheers to the new season of Scouring the Metro for the best and the latest things that make modern living a delightful experience. From living spaces to living life beyond its confines.
This is your ultimate guide to modern living.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.
So who better to kick off our 8th season with for our segment Woman We Love than a woman celebrating a great milestone, has been passionate ever since. Truly a woman we all love, Margarita Forrest.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us. Congratulations, 20 years
Can
of
you
Chibo.
imagine 20 years, 2 decades? It's
And
been
3 decades of you being
3
a
decades of me being in the food business,
Yeah.
working with food. Yeah,
Amazing.
it's been crazy, but parang time flies. It really
Yes.
flies, but I'm still having fun.
With her 3 decades of hard work and unwavering passion for her craft, young aspiring entrepreneurs can definitely learn a lot from this very inspiring woman.
I think that I have a real sense of wonder all the time. I have a very childlike approach to the work that I do, and every morning that I wake up, I always feel that there's something new to learn, and I think that keeps everything fresh.
That's great because that's something a lot of younger people are struggling now. Yung pag mahirapan na sa work, they feel like, oh, maybe it's time to give up or losing the passion for what they have.
I've been working with food for 30 years, but the industry's changed so much. There's so many young people now who want to work with food. And what's great is that I interact with so many of them, the young chefs. And they're more like scientists now than they are just cooks or chefs in the kitchen. So there's this new ways of doing things with food. And all of that is like making my work richer as well, and making my work also a lot newer and more refreshing.
At Chibo, people were willing to share tables because they just wanted to sit and eat. So
Her vision to bring the best of modern Italian cuisine to Philippine shores remains the same. It has always been about quality, something that has endeared Chibo to its ever-growing clientele.
Well, I think that it was good that I was purist when I started 20 years ago, and I was very adamant about making sure the pasta was al dente, that our meat sauce was not sweet. I think all of that paid off because then it made Manila appreciate Italian food in the most authentic way. 20 years down the road, we're still going strong, so that's a real blessing.
After the honor of being hailed as Asia's top female chef, what do you even have in your mind going forward from that?
Oh my gosh, it's been a real life changer. A lot of doors opened for me, and I've been able to network with a lot of the chefs from all over the world, and that's been a real blessing because it's allowed me a new platform really to share with them what's great about Filipino cuisine and Filipino ingredients. And if I can help bring that whole advocacy closer to the global stage, I think that that's a real blessing.
And for Gaita, these accolades serve as reminders of the bigger role that she must uphold as one of the faces of Philippine cuisine in the global stage.
I think that it's getting there because we're getting so much attention, not just from the chefs here in the Philippines, but even the Filipino Americans in States, as well as the Filipinos who are in Europe and in other parts of the world. They've all been like engaged and excited about doing what they've been doing for so long, because then all of a sudden now Philippine cuisine is hot.
And one thing also admirable is how you are an advocate of really taking care of local farmers and finding their produce and producing the food that you have in your restaurants from them.
I think what's great is that farming was always something like so distant from us that work with food. You know, parang the idea of the farmer, you always think of somebody older, somebody who's been like, you know, with his back bent and planting rice all these years. But what's great to see is that young people now are so into it. It's now the new hip thing to do. And it's great that people are now going back to the soil. And for us chefs, it's also something that gives us so much hope about new things to work with.
What is next for you and for Chivo?
For Chivo, it's really just to continue what we've started, to continue this whole legacy of bringing good food to the market as well as good service. I think that it's even more important that we created this culture of really good service.
Yes, well, congratulations on everything and good luck and many, many more 20 years for Chivo to come.
Yay! Thank you! Thank you!